Yo, Sanjay
Wow.
Uchia here, people, giving you my review on the Future Trunks arc. Yeah, you know that big hype train that recently crashed, or so I've heard. But yeah, so today I'm joined with ThatSaiyanGuy and Raging
Hi.
Saiyan. What's up, guys?
I'm no longer
Not
Raging
much.
Saiyan. I'm called Dead Saiyan. Just let's keep that right for now.
Okay, I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty cool, man. You know, just here chilling as usual. I'm starting to think I don't do anything else apart from chilling. I don't know.
All
Uh,
right.
What about you, Rage? How are you doing?
Take a guess. My YouTube channel is down, and I don't know. I want to cry, man.
It's okay, man. It's not your fault.
Yeah, I know it's YouTube's fault.
You need a hug?
What?
Do you need do you need a hug? I could give you a hug.
Yeah, you can give me a virtual hug. Just like I don't know. How can you do that?
Oh, hold on real
Like,
quick. Let me just go to my emojis and see if I could let me see. Nope, there's no hug. You're screwed, my friend.
No hug.
I don't get a hug either.
It's okay, man. But yeah, so as I was saying, guys, so today we'll be just doing a little arc review for the Future Trunks arc. So, kind of getting right into it. So, the first thing I really wanted to go over, I mean, what do you guys think about Black and Zamasu as villains? I mean, they pretty much
They're by far the best villains to ever come in Dragon Ball. Like, period. In my opinion.
Yeah, that's pretty much me too. Because if you think about it, Black and Zamasu, they're like the only villains to have a reason to try to kill people.
Yeah, I
So,
totally agree. Because, I mean, when you compare them to, like, the major villains of Z, like Frieza, Cell, Boo, I think they definitely went a step further with Zamasu and Black.
right.
Yeah, and we just had like number one, we had this tyrannical ruler who just wanted to like get rid of everybody who was stronger than him because he feared them.
Yeah.
And we have Cell, we have an android who just wanted to prove how perfect he is. He wanted to test out his strength. And then we had a cycle demon running around destroying planets just for the fun of it.
Right.
And then we have Beerus who wanted to destroy the world for pudding. And now we actually have a good villain who hates Negan because they cause wars and stuff like that. That's actually like a little good plot they had.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
definitely.
actually one of the greatest I could think of,
Yeah,
villain
definitely.
wise at least.
True. Yeah, I really like Black and Zamasu as villains, especially the mystery they brought to the arc. That was definitely a plus.
I think the
Yeah.
mystery that they brought with them is the like this arc brought a lot of Dragon Ball fans together because we felt like, oh my gosh, who is this, and we made a whole bunch of videos on YouTube saying, oh, I think he's this, or I think he's that, and like I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And most of them they were pretty spot on, but like at the end we all guessed it was gonna be Zamasu, and it was. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
even though they tried to throw us for a loop there, I think it was around 57, 56. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, definitely. But I think yeah, Black and Zamasu as villains, they're definitely a plus for this arc. Um, but what I really wanted to go into next was like the pacing of the arc because in the recent weeks I've seen a few people out here in Jamaica as well, like my friends and are on YouTube of course. They've been complaining about the pacing of the arc in the sense that when you compare it to like Z, you know, like Z had these lengthy arcs, but when you compare it to Supers, things seem a bit rushed to say the least. So I don't know, what do you think about that?
Um. Well, I didn't really like the like going to the future to come back to the past, to go back to the future. If you guys know what I mean, like when
Yeah.
they fought Black, I think yeah. I think that they should have just went to the the future and fought Black, and then that should have been the end of it.
Yeah.
And that's when Zamasu comes in and all that. The whole traveling to Universe 10 thing, I was okay with. To find out Zamasu and all that, I was okay with that. But when they went to the future and fought Black and then came back, it just made everything a little, like it just seemed like they were dragging it on a little bit instead of just having the story build up to the fight and then the fights would be it. If you guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
well,
But
I want to counter that because like if okay, let's say that Goku and Vegeta went to the future first, right? And
Right.
then let's just take away the whole part when they went back and forth until where we are right now. Oh shoot. It would just take away like how like they would got beat up so easily if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If they could
Yeah.
like made one trip back and then they can come back. But after that, it was like a 2 trip thing. Go there and come back. I
Right.
don't know.
No, yeah, I definitely get you, but I don't like that was okay. I didn't mean like the like it took let's see if I can say it right. It kind of gave us like it feels like they drag on too many episodes. It went on a really like the all went on for like 5 months, so
Yep.
it was crazy. I'm not complaining about it because it was a really good arc in my opinion, but like when go watching it each week and then they take the 2 week break and all of that.
Oh,
And
you don't know
you
how.
just want to see the end. What happens at the end? It kind of sucks because you had to wait all this time. Because when the Goku Black arc started, I didn't think this arc was going to be like 5 months because,
Oh,
we
yeah.
had the the tournament arc that was how many? It was like a month, maybe. It wasn't that long of an arc, so you know what I mean. It seems like the Goku Black arc was the longest arc, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's 20 episodes, which I believe, yeah, it is the longest arc.
Yeah.
It's Super, not by Z.
Yeah,
Not by
yeah.
Y.
Definitely.
Nothing composed like the Kid Buu arc, I don't think.
No, definitely not.
But anyways, like, no, that's my thought. So what do you guys think?
I mean, I kind of agree with you guys. Like that saying, guy, I kind of agree with you. Well, no, I kind of disagree with you, and I kind of agree with. I don't know. I'm kind of split between you two in the sense that, like, in the first half of the arc, I do agree that things kind of felt like they were dragging on, like seriously dragging on.
Well, yeah, dragging on until like episode 57 when
Yeah.
shit got real.
Then it
pretty
picked
much.
up, but I feel like towards the end, where the pacing is concerned, like they definitely rushed things towards the end, which I think they kind of missed a lot of opportunities to like showcase, like Trunks and Vegeta training, or just training.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
in
what I
general.
hated too. Instead of like having like a filler episode in like the Future Trunks arc, they should have
Yeah.
like done like Vegeta and Future Trunks arc. We had like 3 years of training with Goku and Vegeta wearing A gloves.
And we didn't
We
see
only got 30 seconds.
exactly. So I feel it's like we just got a bunch of missed opportunities this arc, where like showcasing training for Trunks, or even some more. I guess where Black is concerned, even showing how he achieved Super Saiyan Rose without actually showing the form. So there's still that mystery for the big reveal of 56. So I think the pacing of the arc is definitely one negative that I'll take away from it.
If we're bringing negatives into this too, we should
Yeah.
have mentioned how we should mention how Goku Black had the whole year to kill Future Trunks if he wanted to. But
Definitely.
that's one thing I don't like about villains. Like they drag on things a little too much rather than like getting the job done. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
That's what
I got a couple things about it too. Is we all see in like what was it, episode 47 when that thing is chasing Trunks, like
Yeah.
that, like what, like I don't know what that was, demon, wolf thing. I have no idea what Goku Black was. We all know at the beginning of it, but no, I definitely think the arc was. I don't know if it was paced good. Like there was good story built up, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
I think everything actually like started pacing good, like really good at episode 57 when they went
Yeah.
back to the future
Yeah.
to fight. Yeah, I think it's been good though. When Goku Black unlocked Super Saiyan Rose, from there I think it been on pretty good,
Yeah.
like really good. So
it was like it was building up for itself, but it was rushing
Right.
itself too. Oh whoa.
yeah,
Yeah.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah, so I think towards the end it was definitely a rush. So I think that really brings us to the next point, and I guess the form Super Saiyan Rose itself, as well as Trunks' form. So essentially the new forms that were introduced in this arc. Like generally, what do you guys think?
Well, you guys still there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
there. Oh,
Everything kind of lapped up with me.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was really talking about like the new forms in this arc, Super Saiyan Rose and Trunks' I guess super form. Like what do you think of those?
Oh okay.
It was dope. Oh, you can go
right.
first. Sorry.
Oh no, actually I'll let you go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, I'll go first. All right.
Yeah.
It made sense if the reason why Trunks couldn't go Super Saiyan Blue because he was a half Saiyan, that would make completely sense. That would make sense like why he looks like that, but we didn't get a full explanation on what it
Yeah.
was. But either way, it was still dope. I still liked how the blue aura looked and the yellow aura, and I don't know.
That's it.
Uh,
What do you think?
Well, okay, so about the Trunks thing, I really am kind of upset that they didn't tell us what that was or give us like a hint, or just like kind of say it. But I don't know. It might be that like when Vegeta was training Trunks, like he might have told him about God Ki a little bit, and he just doesn't know how to use it, kind of. So it became that bluish aura thing. I really have no absolute. I really have no. I don't know how to like say what it is. So,
Yeah.
but as far as the Super Saiyan Rose thing, funny enough, everybody hated that.
Yeah,
They
like
all said
before.
Yes.
things about it, but at the end, everybody loves it. Like I love it. I never said anything bad about it. I would prefer it to be white, but that's because I think it would fit him better. But that wasn't until we saw it on TV. That
Right.
changed my mind right there.
Yeah.
Because originally they said Super Saiyan Rose. It's like, well, I think that white is better than pink for him. But then when he actually, used it in the show, it was like, okay, that looks good on him. That looks good on him. That's pretty
I
good.
remember so many people on like YouTube and stuff like they were like, "What the fuck, Akira? Why did you make this? Why couldn't you make it?" And I'm like, "Bro, guys, give it some time. Like,
Right,
don't
give
go
it a
off Google
chance.
Images and like
Exactly.
actually wait for it."
I mean,
Right.
I myself even did a video, not on the form itself, but just I think it was one of my video was like Super Saiyan hybrids, and I wasn't really bashing it, but I guess I was one of those person that kind of thought the idea of it was ridiculous at first, but when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, this is legit.
Right. Well, I mean, I saw it. It was like I would like I said I would prefer it to be white, but I was thinking back in my head. I was like, well, let's give it a little bit of a chance, okay? Because we need to give it a chance before we criticize it. But nope, there was a whole bunch of like gay jokes on the web. It's like, oh, here we go, Super Saiyan gay or Super Saiyan rainbow, whatever. It's like, oh, come on, guys.
And then like now that we have Super Saiyan Rose, I have not seen a single post about that. I'm not even joking. I
Right.
did not see
Yeah, I know. I couldn't find any either. So
Yeah, but I mean, objectively speaking, guys, I mean, when it comes to these new forms, I'm kind of 50-50 on. Well, I think Super Saiyan Rose makes more sense in this when
Right.
you compare it to like Trunks' new form, because I think we can come up with a better speculation of what Super Saiyan Rose is explanation wise as opposed to Trunks' form. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
well. Yeah, I personally like the Super Saiyan Rose form. I want to say that Trunks' power up was a new transformation, but at the same time, is it? We really don't know.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah, power,
explanation.
but it might not be a transformation. I really haven't. They see, that's what I'm kind of bummed about though, because they didn't say, well, he's tapping into God Ki. They didn't say anything. They just didn't say anything. He just
Yeah.
blew his yellows and then just bring on the attack. So, who knows? I don't know if it's a transformation or not. So
You know,
that's my only.
like similar in the Resurrection F arc where like we mentioned that they have to keep their ki within their body and thing. If Goku or Vegeta at least made a comment on Trunks' new form, it wouldn't be so bad. But no explanation
Right.
at all. It's just that's just poor to me, honestly.
It is.
Yeah.
I think I like a basic idea of it, like by what we've seen. Like before he went like into the blue state, like he went Super Trunks form. If you
Yeah.
guys see it,
Yeah.
and
I
then he
saw that.
decreased in size, and then he got the blue form. So I'm thinking like, remember when we told him you need to have a calm mind. You can't let your energy like get out of you, like
Yeah.
so you can get the same blue form.
Right.
I'm thinking like Trunks is angry, like he's releasing the key, but he sensed the God key inside him, so he's like mixing it up rather than like, I don't know.
Yeah,
You guys
no,
get
I get what you're saying because it's kind of similar to mine a little bit, but yeah, I gotcha.
All right,
Yeah,
just
definitely.
sure.
All right. I mean, let's see. That's Black and Zamasu facing new forms. I think a lot of people kind of debate about this since I think especially since Goku and Trunks sparred, but like the power scaling in this arc. Well,
Don't mention it. There's about to be a whole bunch of videos on it.
yeah. You got a point. I mean, the power scaling in Super on a whole is a problem. So.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw a video that said Future Trunks is now officially stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I was like, what
No.
the fuck?
I mean.
Oh, come on,
baby.
guys.
I mean, we know that's like logically, that's not possible. But the way they portrayed it in the end,
Yeah, it seriously does.
trust me.
They underpowered Vegeta, in my opinion. Like we expect like Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta to be all this big bad guy. Like he can walk through anything. We all thought that he could take down Whis. And like now I'm kind of like contemplating if he could take down Beerus. I can get hate for that, but
Well, at least he got to shit talk, right?
Well, yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, I love that shit. Talk about him.
it's
That's
like,
the one thing.
what's
I
wrong
love
with Zamasu that can't be all the power God has, is it? I was like, oh shit, that's awesome.
But yeah, on the topic of Vegeta though, in terms of the ending, and well, specifically I guess 66, 67. Like, what did you think of the arc towards the ending? Like, 65, 66. We're ending off the arc. What do you think, honestly?
Well, I guess I should start with episode 66.
All right, good.
Now, guys, there was a very sad moment in episode 66. Being all favorite hero,
Oh my.
Vegito, was robbed. And what happened was, what if you guys do not know, if you guys are Vegito fans, I really suggest is like.
He came in the same episode. He left on that same episode. Don't make it a
Right.
big deal.
It is a big deal, the Raging saying something that a Gogeta fan wouldn't understand. No, but anyways, guys, what happened was, we had Vegito coming. He was actually a badass, though. I like what Vegito did in the fight, so I'm okay with it. At the same time, I'm not. I'm kind of upset about it because they made him unfuse literally in 5 minutes. And how many seconds Raging?
5 minutes and 55 seconds. I don't know. I need to recount.
Right.
If you want.
I need to recount too. But anyways, really soon he did some cool pokes in the episode. The episode was cool in my opinion because if you think about it, it would have kind of been a little wrong to have Vegito be the one that kills Zamasu because it is Trunks' timeline. So
Yeah, I agree with
it's
that.
just why they didn't have Goku and Vegeta from the past go to the future and kill the androids with Trunks because it's his timeline. He needs to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
So even though the Omni-King technically killed Zamasu, technically Trunks still did a good job in chopping him in two. So I don't know. I liked the episode. Episode 66 was it was one of my favorite episodes. Probably not the favorite because it competes with episode 57.
Yeah.
That epic fight. But it was up though. It was definitely up though. So
My problem with 67 is or 66 it's flashy. The episode is very flashy,
right.
but
Yeah.
And the animation is good too.
The problem is with it is that the storytelling that is so bad in that episode.
Yeah.
They add all of this stuff. Like, where was this information before it actually came into play? Like Vegito,
Right.
1 hour time limit, and then we have Trunks pulling out his ass, the freaking Genki Dama sword,
Yeah.
and we have all this stuff. Like, where the hell was this information when we needed it?
Yeah.
But instead, 66 just pulls this all out of their ass. That's one thing I had a
Right.
problem.
And
This
one
is
of my-
the worst episode in information, but is the best episode in animation.
Yeah.
Right, see, yeah, I agree with you on that. One of the things I, thought about this episode, not this episode, episode 66, was, it was like, okay, we have Vegito, and then, they fought with Vegito, then it was like, okay, wait, you gotta get Trunks in here really quick, so get Vegito out of here, and get Trunks in here. I feel like the Vegito was rushed a little bit.
Yeah.
It made no sense. Because at least if we're going to give Vegito a time limit, at least let him go his whole time, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
don't rob him out of time. But a lot of people don't like what Trunks did. I enjoyed it kind of. I like the music that went with it, but I have mixed thoughts on that poet. But let's not get me on a Vegito rant, please, because
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
But anyways, carry on, Sanjay.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys' points. I mean, 66, that episode from an animation and action, a badassery standpoint, it's amazing. But when you really sit back and think about it, it makes no sense. And I said it in my review as well. From the beginning of the episode, I saw Goku push back Zamasu's attack by himself. It made no sense to me. But even I was a bit 50-50 with the whole Vegito retcon defusion, but I didn't really have a major problem with it. And as Raging said, well, was it Raging or ThatSaiyanGuy in terms of Trunks being the one to finish the arc, finish off
Me.
Zamasu? Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. I think everybody expected that, but it's just the execution. There's no build up to all the stuff they pull out of their ass. So it yeah, I think 66 it kind of hurts the arc on a whole to me, honestly. You can see that they're actually rushing things.
Right. Like episode 66, it's obviously, you could obviously tell that they're trying to rush things to an end.
Yeah.
But I love the animation, and you have to think about the part where we got to see Vegito.
Yeah.
The fight itself was brutal because I gotta respect this arc because, well, I'll get to that later in the video. But two Batal fusions battering.
Yeah.
That's sick. That is sick.
I think.
And so,
Yeah.
go
I
ahead.
mean, on a whole, I'm starting to look at Super. I'm not saying I want to lower it to like the level of GT, but GT did have its perks, but it's starting to get to the point, especially when I look at this arc, in which it has great ideas, but where execution is concerned, it really does fall short in a lot of instances. Because I don't know, man. Like, especially with 67. I mean, I think 67 left a better taste in my mouth compared to 66. But it just feels hard to believe it's already over and hey, send Trunks home, that's the end of it. It just feels completely rushed.
Yeah, I get you on that. I get you. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Raging? You there, man?
Oh, you want me? Okay, you're right. Super does have a lot of good ideas, and they're just executing it very, very poorly. And I don't know. It's just like if they keep on doing this, then what's going to be the future of Super? Like
Yeah.
if they keep on making all these great ideas, and they are not executing it well, then like what's the point of the franchise?
Exactly.
Like
it just
if you
feels
have
like
great ideas,
yeah,
but you
go
execute
ahead.
it like very poorly, then there's no point.
Yeah, it just
Well, yeah.
feels like a big cash grab because if you really look at it now that the hype train of this arc is over, we have what? Battle of Gods arc was what? Okay. The Resurrection F was poor.
Oh,
Terrible.
are we counting animation or are we just counting storyline?
Everything.
But animation, it's kind of 50-50.
Yeah, I mean it's got.
No, the animation is the Resurrection F saga was terrible. You guys need to
Yeah,
rewatch
but-
that. It
Yeah,
was
definitely.
No, I know because you had like Frieza looking like an ape and all that stuff. It's-
But yeah,
just
but-
watch the episode, guys.
Yeah, but I mean,
So-
not to stray too much, but I mean, just generally, I think Battle of Gods was okay. Resurrection F was bad to me. Universe 6 versus 7.
I didn't like the Battle of F too much.
Yeah, I didn't really like it too much. Universe 6 versus 7 it's kind of like an okay plus, and then we have this arc, which is, I mean,
Right.
it could have been excellent, but because of the negatives, it really just falls to a good. So when you really look on Super as a whole, like, yeah.
Well, you have to think about it as well. So we have in this arc now. They did kind of fail to like tell us some things, obviously, and like
Yeah.
sometimes they showed us something, but they should have like did it a little bit better. But as far as like saying, or not, I'm not saying you guys did say this, but as far as saying that GT had a little bit better, ways of showing it, I have to disagree. If anybody is saying that, because in this arc we see, okay, we never ever watching Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT. We never ever thought we were going to see a evil Goku.
Yeah.
Even though it's Zamasu, we did see evil Goku. We did see, what was it? Well, I don't really count Zamasu. No one really cares about Zamasu too much, to be honest. Mostly Goku Black though. His face is on everything. We got to see a new god form. A lot of people hate that, but whatever. I'm okay with it. We just got to see two Batal fusions fight. There's a couple good things in this that we get to see.
Yeah.
And then we actually got to see what the Omni King can do. The Omni King. Now the biggest debate was the Omni King strong in like strength himself, or was he like strong in telling people what to do? Kind of. You guys know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But we got to see him actually destroy Zamasu easily too. So that answers that. There's a couple good things we got to see in this arc. The pacing of it was a little, it was good once episode 57 hit.
Yeah.
Maybe 56, I forgot which one. But it went awesome from there, in my opinion. I love this arc. So
yeah, I mean, I think everybody loves it, and not that you actually mentioned the pacing again. It's funny because when you mention it's like it's slow towards like that
Yeah.
first in the beginning, and it's too fast towards the end. So
Right.
yeah,
The Future Trunks arc started off was like when we got done with the Universe 6 arc, like toy animation, or yeah, Toei was playing with us. They're like, "Hey, you like this?" It was like all lighthearted and stuff. But then
Yeah.
when the Goku Black arc started, it was like, "All right, done playing. Let's get serious."
Yes.
It started off strong. When we
That's
saw that
what.
people use, it was
That's
so strong. But then it kept on building and building and
yeah.
building. And then we found out that Goku Black was a monster, and we're like, and then it fell
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. I think.
Well,
That's,
see,
yeah.
yeah, my thing about that is, I personally, I agree with you, Raging saying that. Actually, I agree with you. It been okay. So I started, and it was a dark arc, guys. This was a really dark one.
Yeah.
But Trunks is running from this thing. We find out who it is. Now, if you have not seen the leak saying that it's Goku Black, that
Oh,
I wonder,
yeah,
I
you
wonder
guys would
how
be
that would have
hyped.
been. Yeah, that would have been hyped because we see this like demon wolf thing, from this tornado. I think it's Goku Black. And then, if you guys didn't know about Goku Black showing up, that would have just been, oh my god, that would have been hyped right there. It was still hype for us.
Yeah.
But if you didn't know that, that would have been double the hype. And then, Goku fights Goku Black. That's double the hype right there. And then, he goes Super Saiyan Rose. That's triple the hype. And then you find out it's Zamasu. I think it's like, well, nothing. It's not bad, but it's not really good either. It's okay.
But
So the hypeness didn't really change from though. But I think that it ran the all pacing. It ran okay. And then once episode 57 hit, it was like really quick. And then episode 66, they kind of rushed things really too
yeah,
much.
definitely.
That's
And
my opinion on that.
I kind of agree with Raging as well, especially like when the arc started, it things got really serious real fast, and I think that's definitely one of the positives of the arc. Like the tension was there, like from the first episode, from 47 started, like it felt like a different show, and I think one thing that contributes to that, like this arc really brought the music in terms of the background music, the OSTs, everything. The music was spot
Right.
on. I really like the music in this arc.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
Oh,
when
yeah.
Goku Black goes Super Saiyan Rose.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was so.
Trust me, the music is one of the best things in this arc. I love it.
I liked the, well, it wasn't my favorite, but when Trunks split Zamasu in two, the music they
That was
played
the same. That was the same. That was the Super Saiyan Rose theme.
It was?
Yeah,
Man, it's
sure.
been a lot.
It was just
that one, my
extended.
bad.
Hmm.
Oh, really? Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah,
All right, now go ahead if you have one more thing to say.
I really no. I'm just listening to what you guys have to say.
All right. I think I only have like only 2 points here to go over, but I think this one's like a definite negative in terms of Zeno's involvement in this arc. And when I say Zeno, I mean like future Zeno. I mean, Black kills all the gods, and what he just does nothing. Like, I mean, I found that
Yeah.
kind of a bit. Yeah. I don't know. What do
That
you
is
Okay, here's my thought. Okay, me and that same guy. Remember like our second video together, our second collab.
Right.
We
Yeah.
were saying the Omni King has to know everything. He has to know that what Goku's planning. This little son of a bitch does not know what's going on in his whole 12 universes. He doesn't know
Right.
what happened to his god instructions that he appointed. His angels he doesn't know what happened to them. His Supreme Kais doesn't know what happened to them. Like, where was the Omni King when he needed him?
Yeah, I think that's a
And-
definite hole in the arc. But go ahead.
yeah.
And that just took away so much from it. And I'm like, in a good side of it, I'm really happy that he didn't know, because imagine if the Omni King figure out like 3 of his god instructions were that he's like, okay, what's going on? He finds out that Goku Black and Zamasu were behind it. Done. End of arc.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would have been a complete letdown in my opinion too. Now I figured that the Omni King knew something when he gave Goku the button to summon him. I figured that he had an idea on what was going on, but this is also a future a future Omni King. Well, Goku is technically dead, so there would have been no friendship though. But I completely I don't. I agree with you guys. I don't really think that. I don't know why he didn't know that his god of destructions and all that was dead. I really have nothing to say on that. I really don't care about it, to be honest. It was kind of weird how the king of everything
Yeah,
didn't know
Everything.
anything.
That's the name,
So,
King of everything.
right, didn't know anything really. How can you not know God of destructions, Kaioshins and all that? The Super Dragon Balls are destroyed. How do you not know that? Everyone like in charge, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I just want to talk about like the Omni King in general. Now that we know like what he's capable of,
Yeah.
what is the future of like Dragon Ball Super now? Like, imagine this new threat comes in. Like, where's gonna be the threat? Like,
Yeah.
the Omni King is just gonna wipe him out in the first place. So like, what's the big deal of any arc that comes up by now?
But
Yeah, that's true.
I think.
Go ahead, Sanji.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say that I agree with what Raging is saying. That's a concern for the series going ahead. But I think Super on a whole, especially if they don't get past this 10-year time skip anytime soon, Super on a whole. The thing is, since we know it's in between that 10-year time slot, and we see everyone at the end of the 10 years, like the series on a whole, it's when you really look at it, there's no real tension. If if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, we get you.
Yeah. So that's one thing to consider as well.
Well, this is a little bit of a like everybody says, or a lot of people say that I was talking to on my to my friends. They say that you can't really say that the end of Z is canon because Bills isn't though. Well, a couple of things could happen. Bills could be sleeping. Bills could be dead. We don't know what's gonna happen. The future of Dragon Ball Super with the Omni King. I really say I say when they introduced the Omni King, it was kind of a bad move on their part, only because
They basically grabbed the
anytime.
gun and shot themselves in the head when they introduced Omni King.
Right, because guess what? Because if we all know now, because of episode 67, if Goku and Vegeta, if they need help, they'll just kind of summon the Omni King. That's what they're going to do. He
Yeah.
just there was nothing else for them to do, so he summoned the Omni King. So now Prim was saying that no matter what, the Omni King is going to, or not. It's not only the Omni King is going to be summoned, but if they ever need help, if except with that big of a threat, then they might just call the Omni King. It's like a shot in the foot to me. I don't really like that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. And especially since there are two of them now, essentially, the same
Right?
timeline.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's one thing there. Any more to say on that, Raging?
I don't know. It's just like now, like I could see the end of Super coming within the next year or the next in 2 years.
Yeah.
Now that they brought the Omni King in this, they need to like up their game now. Like I don't know, they have to do something that's like gonna wipe out the Omni King or give him a weakness. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or just make him stay in his freaking castle and never come out.
Well, I'm like he still has the button. And okay. Remember how when Goku was in the future, he pressed the button from the past Zamasu. He brought the future Zamasu.
Yeah.
Now imagine if he presses that button. Now the two Omni King comes in. I'm sorry if I said Zamasu. I meant the Omni King.
Yeah.
Like imagine if two Omni Kings comes now. Like
Well, there would technically be three now if you count the one in the future, because Bills
God.
restored the future, didn't he? And then, not restored, but he like rewinded time and all that before everything happened.
Oh, you mean that extra time ring you created?
oh no, didn't we send Future Trunks to the future where like back in time before Omni King sent him back
Yeah.
and destroyed the timeline to warn
Yeah.
Beerus? Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's time.
So he would have basically went to the Boo saga of his timeline again, essentially. If I'm-
Yeah, pretty
Oh yeah,
much.
to the Buu
Yeah.
Saga before he killed Kai.
Yeah.
Now we should talk about the time rings because
Yeah.
this is the very thing that started this whole arc.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
we can talk about that. I mean, wow, time rings. I
They're
don't-
different. Like there's like 5 of them now. There's like 5 green time
yeah,
rings
5
now.
greens and 1 silver.
We don't know like that last one is. I think we know 4 of them.
Right.
Let's see. We have Future Trunks' timeline. We have
But
timeline.
that got destroyed.
Yeah, we got Cell's timeline where he came from. The Trunks that Cell killed traveled to an unknown timeline, so that's 3 timelines. We have the present, that's 4. We have the timeline that Black comes from. That
Oh, dude, this is so confusing.
yeah, I know. It's crazy. But yeah, so that's what, 5? I'm missing 1. I don't know. It's crazy, man.
Well, basically, like this time rings, like they brought a different, unique twist to the whole arc. Like when we first saw the time ring, we were like, "Whoa, like what the hell is that?" Like we took an inference time. Okay, that might be the reason, like why Black traveled into the past and stuff like that. But like other than that, we didn't know what else, like what was behind them.
Yeah.
Like
The thing is, I like the time rings. They kind of add a bit of, well, not a bit. They add a decent amount of lore to the story. So that's one thing I love about it. And the thing is, with them still existing, even though Gowasu put them up, like there's potential for future use because think about it. The timeline that like that Trunks that Cell killed, the timeline that he
Yeah.
traveled to, there's a potentially we could still travel to that timeline by one of the green time rings and explore some other storylines, some alternate storylines in that sense. So that would be cool.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. So I
The
think
timeline thing is just highly confusing.
yeah. And
And
all right, go ahead,
oh,
Raging.
okay, are there only time rings in Universe 10, or is it just we only just seen Universe 10 time rings?
Oh, I don't
Um,
think I don't think we've seen any other universes other than 6, 7, and 10.
All
So,
right,
yeah,
I'm just guessing they're only like in Universe 10 because we didn't see Supreme Kai or any of them like
yeah,
Cole.
I know. I was about to mention that we didn't see all Supreme Kai with the time ring.
Stammering,
So,
yeah, good point. And just to kind of add to that, I think that's one strange thing, but I think the second strange thing is that, like, why, even though Zamasu did go to, the other universes and kill all the gods, but why was he so focused on Universe 7 specifically? They didn't even say, like, did he kill everybody in Universe 10? Like, all mortals in Universe
Oh no,
10?
he was after Universe 7 because remember that one part when he beat up Vegeta and Goku, and then he was like, Trunks, you're the reason why we have to kill
Oh,
all
yeah,
humans
yeah,
because
yeah,
you're the
right.
one because you like saved Goku instead of letting him die.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
right, right. Of course, as we said, we're not really gonna talk about the time loop. The only thing I'll say on it is that in the anime, it doesn't make any sense. But I think if any of you have read the manga up to this point, up to the latest chapter, I think Toyotaro does a better job of. Well, he doesn't have the time loop, but he just sets up the arc
Yeah, I don't
much
think he
better.
does.
Yeah.
What part is he in right now in the manga?
He would
Uh,
be the equivalent to like episode 56. Like Goku, they just
All
went
right.
to the future, essentially. But I
Oh yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
I think Toyotaro does a better job of setting up this arc, definitely. It's just that you can if you read it, you see that he's rushing. Because really and truly at this point, the arc in the anime is over. So that's understandable why he rushes it. But that's really all I personally have to say about the time loop, really and truly.
I feel like now he has to like rush the manga now because I think Toriyama said that he had to have the manga in front of the anime,
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. So I
yeah,
feel like he's gonna rush this manga chapter 2, and I'm not gonna like that a lot. That's why with this Universe 6 hit attack or whatever to
yeah,
like buy time. I don't know.
yeah. And I think we could do a video about this in the future, but I don't know. Like, I think the manga, on a whole, like, take my bias for the anime out of it. I think it probably does a better job of telling Super than the anime itself. I don't know what you
Yeah.
guys think.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, but
One thing I really
yeah,
wanted to see is Zamasu return.
yeah,
If Goku didn't forget this, like the seal, like imagine if he sealed Zamasu, they went back into the future, and then Zamasu broke free, and then we would have like the final arc or whatever being Zamasu, but even stronger now.
yeah. I think that was one thing I hated about the arc. Apart from, I still think they should have either have Zamasu be sealed by Goku. I still think it's bullshit that Trunks just watches one video on the rest of Mafuba, and Trunks has this bag of plot armor instant boost. It was kind of ridiculous, but yeah, it was.
From a
Yeah.
YouTube video from GodTube.
God tube.
It's ridiculous. Um, but personally, how I think it should have went, I think they should have just indicated like make Vegeta realize he's about to defuse and just make Vegeta give Trunks the rest of his power. Like, I think that would have been a more logical ending for how Trunks could keep up with Zamasu. Honestly, instead
They
of
should have some
Yeah.
like type of training, like when like they should have gave like Vegeta and Trunks more time or more episodes of training, and that would make a whole bunch of more sense, like why he's like so strong right now.
yeah,
Like if he was high his potential.
and it goes back to what we were saying earlier in this same video in terms of, I guess, the missed opportunities of this arc, as well as the pacing, because it's just that, and it even goes back to the whole explanations. Like, they don't take time to explain anything. Well, probably not. Probably shouldn't say anything, but you know, the art needs more explanation. and that's definitely a negative in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to say on the arc itself? I mean, we have Black and Zamasu as great villains. The arc itself, in terms of ideas, are great. The execution's a bit lackluster, and Trunks, yeah.
If there's like three main problems of this arc is the execution, the lack of explanations, and then the pacing of them. That's the three major flaws of this
Yeah.
arc. Other than that, this would have been like a perfect arc.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But I guess as my last words, I still say Trunks using a spirit bomb is garbage. I don't know if I'm guessing in the future we'll still make more videos on this arc, or probably certain parts, but I don't know. That's it for me in terms of what I have to say.
Oh, what about Gohan? We didn't talk about this off camera, but like, did you guys see Gohan's mystic form?
As in 67, you're referring to that
Yeah.
scene when saying goodbye? Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, why did they make him just rush in that form? Is the indication he's training more, or it was kind of ambiguous there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I think 67. It was a good end. I think it was a good end. Like, especially that scene of Vegeta saying goodbye. You know. Yeah.
I'm not listening anymore. I don't want to remember it.
Oh my god, the upsetness has begun again. Oh no.
Oh boy.
That was a sad ending. Thanks a lot, Sanjay. Thanks a lot.
It's okay, man. It's okay. It's what I'm here for.
Mr. Uchiha.
But yeah, all in all, it's still a good arc. But I don't know, guys. If you don't got anything else to say, that this is pretty much it.
I think you covered almost everything.
Yeah.
I was expecting that same guy to have a Vegito ramp, but I guess not.
Yep, guess not.
Yes, not. All right, guys. So that's been my review, and I'm thanking that saying and Raging Sane for lending me their energy to do this review.
Hashtag make Vegito great again.
Wait, what?
Hashtag make Vegito great again.
Oh.
I'm fine. Go ahead.
All right, guys. So Sanjay Uchiha, that's saying guy, Raging Sane. We'll see you in the next one.
See ya.